At the starting of the week, at Summit Talks, you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday.
Good morning, Vietnam. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of It's Only Monday podcast. I'm your boy JT, and this is the podcast to put a little pep in your step. This is the podcast to make a Monday feel like a Friday. This is the podcast to get your Mondays going. Woo! I hope that woke you up. I hope you're awake. I hope you're ready to go, because I am. And today, you know what we're talking about today? Oh, you know what we're talking about? No, you don't know what we're talking about today, so let me tell you what we're talking about today. Today, we are talking about opportunity. Opportunity. But we're also going to talk about the other thing I want to speak about, because I think this is happening to a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I think this goes even from the basic level up to like the highest level of anything. But the paralyzation of opportunity and choice. So let's get into the first part of it. Opportunity. This Monday morning, you got the opportunity to do whatever you want. And when I say that, I don't mean anything you want. But what I'm saying is really and truly, you have the opportunity to do whatever you want. Like, you can just say, F it today and blow everything up. Well, when I'm saying that, I don't mean by actually physically blow everything up. Or let me use a different phrase. You have the opportunity to just, tear it all down and say, oh, I'm going to drop out of school today and just not go. You have the opportunity to do that. You have the opportunity, too, to be like, I'm going to be the best damn student there is today and do my work and excel and just get A's, and I'm going to just take every chance to just be the best person I can be. You have both those opportunities, right? What I've noticed in this world today is opportunity is all over the place. And it's to the point where it's in Netflix. You're on Netflix, you have all this opportunity, but what it's called to us, I guess, is called choice. That's the point. I think opportunity now has become choice in our world, and we don't really recognize opportunities as opportunities because there's so many of them. So now it's just become choice. Now it's, what the hell do I do? You know what I mean? Like, we're at the point right now where, you go on Netflix, you turn it on, you start scrolling, and it's like, yo, this show's good, but this show's good, but this movie's good, but this person told me about this show. But, oh, yeah, my friends are watching this right now, but, yo, that page, that, like, poster looks real dope. I think maybe that one, oh, no, but you know what? I'm kind of in a mood for, like, laughing, so I kind of want, but, that's going to take too long, and, oh, man, I don't want to be invested in that. Then you're scrolling for, like, hours and hours, and what do you end up doing? Falling asleep. You didn't even choose anything. Too much choice, too much opportunities, too many ways to go, right? Damn, what do? Same thing happens in life. You're applying for schools. You want to go to a school. Do I go to this college, this university? Do I go to a trade? Do I go into a boot camp to learn coding and just go straight? Do I go into interning? Do I, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just go straight to work? Do I do my own thing? You know what I mean? Do I try this YouTube thing? Do I try this online thing? Do I try this actual physical store I want to create? Oh man, there's so much opportunity. Choice. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't have the answer for you, but I think I have the framework, because this is what I use. So again, I'm just giving you information, sharing lessons and things that I've learned and things that I use that hopefully somebody out there I can help. Now, if I don't help everybody, listen, bro, this was free. Hey, I don't know what you want from me. But if one person can hear this and maybe it helps them make a decision, that's all I'm here for. Just to share, rant, say some few things that I think I've learned in life so far. See what it works out for you. If you want to try it, if you don't. It is what it is. So the way I look at everything is frameworks in my mind. Once my mind can grasp the framework of it, I'm kind of good. If I can make it logically break it down in my brain, I'm fine. It doesn't have to make sense to everyone else. It just has to make sense to me. And when I say it, though, it does have to make sense in a real logical sense. Not just like, oh, well, I believe it like this, so it doesn't matter. No. Like, it has to logically make sense and break it down in a way that's like, okay, this is understandable and digestible. And now I can see it. I can communicate it to somebody else as well. But most importantly, myself. So let's say right now you're confused. You have opportunities in front of you, and worse things worse, you're paralyzed by it. You don't know what to do. Damn, do I do this? Do I do that? Do I go here? Do I go there? Do I make this? Do I make that? Do I buy that or do I buy this? Do I sell this or do I sell that? Do I invest in that? Do I invest? Whatever it is. The first thing you got to realize, I think, is there's no wrong choice. Crazy, right? Right now you're like, wait, what? There's no wrong choice. Because I think the thing that you have to realize is the choice that you make is a choice that you make. That could sound so profound to someone right now, and you're like, I got it, and you're like, all right, cool, thanks, Josh, I'm out. But someone else might be like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Follow me for a second. The choice that you make is a choice that you make. Have you guys ever, depending how old you are, if you're listening to this, back in the day, and if you might understand this already, there's books like this Goosebumps, and it had like a choose your own adventure type version where it's like you could read it and it's like, what do you want to do? You can do this or you can do that. You can go to the next page and it's like, all right, cool, I want to go do this. And then you go to page 85. And if you want to do something else, it's like go to page 73. And you keep reading, and then it's like, okay, do you do this or do you do that? And ultimately what it would do, it would land you to a place where at alternate endings. Maybe one ending you'd end up dying, and one ending you end up surviving. One ending, you end up becoming the monster. I don't know, right? That's what those like books were, choose your own adventure books in a way. That's how I kind of see life. But without the difference of ending up like this dead end part. Because again, the dead end doesn't have to happen. That's on you. If you stop, you stop. So let's say you have an opportunity right now. You have an opportunity to go to, right now you're graduating at high school, and you have the opportunity to go to one school or another school. You got an opportunity to go to this college, or you have an opportunity to go to this university, right? One might be like a 2-year program. One might be a 4-year program. Okay, cool. Which one do you go to? You have all these factors and decisions in your mind of what's making you maybe want to go to the 4-year university because of prestige and et cetera, right? But then you might want to go to the 2-year one because it's shorter and you actually are getting more like hands-on information, and you probably can get a job way easier and better because you're going to be in it already and they might place you somewhere. But then you're like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Well, either choice will work depending on you. You're the person. You're in the driver's seat. You take us how you want to go. See, at the end of the day, what I'm saying there's no wrong ways is obviously it depends on the situation. I'm not saying like, hey, there's one situation where you can go down this path, another situation where you can jump off this cliff without a parachute or anything. Like, obviously, there's a bad ending there and a bad decision to make. But I'm saying in most of the decisions we're making in life with opportunity, there's no wrong answer. We create the wrong answers in our mind. That's what I'm kind of noticing and what I'm seeing. And when like sharing information with people, I'm realizing we create these like restrictions in our mind. We create what we consider successes. We create what we think a failure is. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, it's framework and making your brain understand it. So if you take the 2-year college, right? Cool. But at the end of the day, what I've learned with the school system, it's not about the paper at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Unless, again, I always say certain situations, if it's, you're trying to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, even that. But, you have to go through a lot of those hoops. There's a laid out plan. But for mostly any other career, especially now that there's so many brand new ones, it doesn't really matter where you go with that education system. It's what you do with it. What do you take it to the next level? Now, do you take this information and you go hard on your nights off and your weekends and you're constantly learning and constantly bettering yourself? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, it depends on you if you decide to stop. So there is no wrong answer. You'll get there. You'll get to where you want to be. Back to more opportunity, chances, and choice. You know what I mean? We look at this whole thing of opportunity and choice and we put these restrictions on it and we're like, damn, no, like this is the wrong decision. But why? Why is it the wrong decision? See, I look at things also back to like frameworks, choose your own adventure. I also look at like a movie. When you're watching a movie, the character's just going along. You're watching like you're just in the back seat watching what's going on, right? This character's making decisions here, there, that leads them to a certain situation, right? That's what life is. It's a series of situations and decisions that we make that lead us to the next point, to the next point, to the next point, right? You have to be definitive in your choice. Now, right now, I'm speaking broadly about good choices. I'm not talking about bad choices. I'm not talking about something that clearly is wrong. Like, okay, like I'm trying to have a higher level conversation right now, so I don't want to like bring it down where I'm saying like, hey, okay, like don't choose to do the bad thing and then the right thing. No, like obviously not. I'm talking about like when your opportunities and your choices are all on the same level. It's all good. It's either this or that. And it's not like anything that's like bad. You know what I mean? It's not like saying, do I go get a job here or do I go become a kingpin of Colombia selling cocaine with Pablo? Like obviously those are two. One will end you up in a horrible situation at the end of it. But I'm saying when you have situations where they're both great outcomes, it's just they lead in maybe a different path in different ways, but it all again depends on you. That's just a choice, and that's you just being definitive with your answer. Make a decision and ride it out. Personally for me, when I make decisions in life, I make the decision that I made the decision. Now it's like a movie. I'm like, all right, cool. We're going this way. Like that other side of the decision that I didn't make is done. It's gone. I don't think about it. It's like, it's over. You know what, like what's kind of funny, using this as an example, was watching Too Hot to Handle today. I know, right? Was watching it, and it was funny. The guys were all going for this girl. The girls were all going for this guy, et cetera, et cetera. But this one girl, all the guys kind of wanted. And then she kind of chose the one guy because I think they kissed. And then all the other guys were like, all right, man, time to go to divert to my next plan. And like they all instantly like shut that off, right? And they were like on to the next thing. And it's just an easy way to kind of illustrate this. It's just the mindset of that. It's like it's the same mindset of like when you make a decision, when you have two decisions in front of you, and you make one. It's like, okay, cool. That other decision is gone. Like it's over. I'm not thinking about that anymore. I'm running with this part of the movie. This is where the plot's moving. This is where we're going. So being definitive in your choices and not being, if you have that thought process of like, oh, but what if you do what you're focused on and make it work? Too many times I think in life we're like we're like, what if, because we have all these choices and opportunities. And then we're so stuck on thinking about like, is it the right one? And what if this and what if that we're not even watering and putting in the time into what we actually are supposed to be doing with whatever choice we decide to make. Or worse, not even make the decision and the choice. So back to like the Netflix, you're scrolling forever trying to figure out a show to watch. And what ends up happening, you don't even end up watching a show. So most of the times nowadays, we're paralyzed by opportunity and choice. You go to a restaurant and restaurants will have like those menus with like so much different foods. You don't even know what the hell you want. You're like, oh my God. See, me too, personally, again, just sharing what I do. I'm a very like repetitive, like creature of habit. I like this food. It's at this restaurant, then we're eating it. Oh no, I like this type of, like keeping it simple. And I think that's a lot of times, like when you keep a lot of things simple in your life and you just don't get overwhelmed by just like the enormous amount of like options, it makes things very easy to kind of figure out. You kind of are able to simplify your life into what you want. And does this work with what I want? And if it doesn't work with what I want, what can I do to make it work with what I want? Because it's all on you at the end of the day. Like too many people I think nowadays are looking for the answer from something. This is a perfect example. Shout out to Danny Gervitz. I don't know if I said his name properly, but he's like creating a movie on YouTube right now, right? And the great thing about that is he didn't wait. Like he's like a filmmaker. He didn't wait till, Hollywood came knocking on his door and says, hey, you got a pretty big YouTube channel. Like, do you want to direct a movie? Like, that's not going to happen. And if it does, it's like one of those like, unicorn things once in a while that ever happen. So what did he do? He created his own movie, wrote his own script, got funding by, reaching out to the brands he works with, his audience. Like, that's what I'm saying, using what's in front of him and decide to go ahead and do it. That's like taking the opportunity and putting it in your own hands. But that's also like going down, having a path, making a decision, making a choice, doing it, and just making it work. And watch, like, again, I think he finished shooting. He might be editing it now, but it's going to be crazy to watch what happens after that. And then like that whole, I guess, like snowball effect of like what happens next. And like, okay, he's going to play it as like film festivals. And like, I don't know, maybe someone's going to watch it and it's going to be a Hollywood person and now they're going to want him to direct something else. Or maybe he's going to be like, just to imagine what can come from everything because he's just focusing on that one opportunity and pushing through to it. Not sitting down and saying, oh, what if like, someone comes around and just gives you the opportunity. And also not worrying about like the other side of it. Make what you choose work. You have choices in front of you. Choose one. There's no wrong one. If you want what you want, you'll get where you want to go. And it's on you anyways, as long as you keep pushing. But you just got to make sure, okay, when you simplify it of what you want, then you look at the opportunities. How can any of these opportunities work in my best interest of what I want to do? And choose one that works the best. It is what it is. But I want to talk about that today. I think today we are so inundated with so many choices, so many options, so many opportunities. And a lot of times we're paralyzed by it. Or we make a decision, but then we're constantly doubting ourselves when it's like, why? When you watch the movie and the character does something and now the plot's going that way, you're not thinking about what if the character did something else. So you got to think about that for your own life. When you make your decision, you made your decision. You're in the driver's seat. Make it and make it work for you. So that's what I want to talk about today. Opportunity. Now the homework. I think the homework today is I want you to be decisive. I want you to be decisive this week. I want you to really look at things and just make decisions, hard decisions. When I'm saying hard decisions, I'm not saying hard decisions I'm not saying go blow up your life in any type of way. What I'm trying to say is when you wake up in the morning, you got to choose your outfit. Choose it instantly. Be all right, what color I'm wearing today? Black. Boom. All right. Look at the black wardrobe. All right, cool. I'm rocking this, and that. Put it together. Be cool with your decision. Keep it moving. I want you to be decisive. When you're figuring out, what am I going to eat for lunch? Don't sit there and scroll through Uber Eats. Don't sit there. Just, this. Boom. Done. Be decisive with your decision. If you want to be adventurous today and be I want to try this, and it sucks, boom. Take the L. It sucked. Whatever. But that's the decision you made. So you can eat it and shut up, or you can throw it out, be hungry, and then wait till you get home and eat something else. But again, keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Learn that lesson. Find what you like. Stay repetitive, at least in that aspect of certain things. In the sense of creature of habit, I think that helps a lot. I think being a creature of habit really helps things, Opportunities will be everywhere. Choice will be everywhere. But when you learn to be more decisive and enjoy, and take your decision and just roll with it, it changes everything. So I want you to be decisive today. I want you, when you're going to a restaurant to eat, make that decision. Give yourself 15 seconds. Time it if you have to, and be I gotta pick something in 15 seconds. Pick it, boom. And then this will be repetitive. You can learn to do this more and more. But I think that will help you also clear out things and know. I think the other part too, that is another part for the homework with this, and this might be later on, but really lay out, we've laid out goals, we've laid out what we want to do, our plans, all that kind of stuff. If you have those already, reverse engineer and start looking at how things will help you get to that goal. Because now that you can start looking at opportunities and things, and you can start seeing opportunities and things that actually weren't actually laid out in front of you. That's the best part. When you start creating your own opportunities, creating your own choices to make, that's better than just waiting around for opportunities to come to you. But that you need a clear goal, path, purpose, idea in your mind for that to actually work, So I just wanted to share that today. Kind of want to talk about that today. Weird references, I know, but it is what it is. So this Monday morning, I hope you are doing good. I want to put so much energy. I want you to be thankful. Thank God for another day. Woo! Let's go this Monday. Let's kill it. Let's do good. Let's do great. Let's be great. Let's be positive. Let's be the best version of ourselves that we can be. Let's just do the damn thing. So this has been another episode of It's Only Monday podcast. I hope you had a good time here. I will see you next week. Make sure you do your homework. I don't check it. So it's for you to check it. This is introspective, inward self-awareness type homework to help you, push through life. And I'm just giving you some words of wisdom that I've learned, some things that I've kind of looked at, some frameworks and mindsets to use. And hopefully it works for you, man. That's all I really hope for. I just hope it works for you. And I hope I can help in any way. If I didn't, this is free. So you can't do anything about it. Anyways, guys, that's it. It's Only Monday podcast. Let's put some pep in that step. Let's make this Monday feel like a Friday. Let's get this Monday going. You know what it is, your boy JT. See you next episode. Peace.